What does it take to make a man fill up with so much rage that he ends up becoming an internet sensation overnight due to him exceeding his limits? Such men are not created in a vacuum, and in order to answer the questions that have come up due to his famous meltdown, we must start at the beginning. This is a video about Bagel Boss Man. Bagel Boss Man, real name Chris Morgan, is, for want of a better phrase, a boomer manlet. The man is roughly between 4'11" and 5 foot. His age, roughly late 40s, early 50s. He is also a YouTuber in his spare time, uploading vlogs to his channel. You'll be surprised to find out that not all of his content is filled with his public meltdowns. Yes, he has more. A lot of them are him having fun with friends and fishing. In fact, that's how it started out. Let's take a look at them. There's a marked difference when a man like Morgan can relax and be in his comfort zone, away from the pressures of modern life. Clearly, he finds some kind of tranquility in fishing and hanging out with these people. They don't judge him, it's all about the sport. Especially when they start gutting and filleting the fish, he is a completely different person. Perhaps this is the real Chris Morgan, that the rage-filled, braggadocious, even comedic personality is either a front or not the whole package. He's actually a fairly normal dude when he's not angry and not trying to impress anybody. A lot of this footage you see may be out of chronology or maybe even out of context. For his YouTube channel, the original one, shortly after his meltdown went viral. Thankfully, people managed to save as many videos as possible, so who knows if the chronology of events is mirrored by the video I got this footage from. But unfortunately, there's not really that many fishing videos. His channel will take a sharp turn. First sign of things to come was this confrontation between Morgan and his former friend and business associate, Al.
Al, I lent you $1,500. I want to know where my $1,500 is. Are you going to answer me, or I'm going to take you to small claims court?
The video starts with what will become a Bagel Boss guy trademark: aggressive confrontation. Morgan wants his money back. He is beyond reasoning. Throughout the whole exchange, Al can barely get a word in and calls the cops twice. Whether they ever turned up, I have no idea, but as the argument progresses, it's pretty clear that Al is not the only one who is to blame. Much like many failures in life between people, it takes two to tango, and it's pretty clear Morgan is not entirely guilty.
I asked you and you never answered me, and then you fucking ghosted me. You ghosted me. You ghosted my text. You did. You did.
Okay.
You're gonna sit here and lie to me? You're full of shit.
Okay.
I don't want to know you no more. I want my $1,200.
Yep.
You keep your $300 for what you asked for. Give me my $1,200, and I'm done. That's all I want.
Okay.
I don't want to know you anymore.
And then you're gonna pay me from the waiver department.
Bullshit.
Guaranteed.
For what? For what?
For the time I put into your company.
What time?
You're gonna
what
pay
time?
me.
You
You're
sent me.
gonna pay me.
Yeah, where's the bill, Al? Where's the bill? Where's the bill? Thousands for what, Al? Thousands of dollars for what? You think I'm gonna fall for your con
You
artist
owe me
shit?
thousands of
Bullshit. For what?
Okay.
For what?
Okay.
For what? Is this guy for real? For what? For what? Tell me, for what? What do I owe you thousands for? Answer my question. What do I owe? For what?
I put into your company.
What
Not
work?
one dime I got
What?
from you.
What
Not
work?
One dime.
What work?
Not one
What
dime.
work?
Not
what?
one dime.
Because you conned me out of 15
Right.
already.
You're right.
That's right.
You're right. Right.
You got paid and then
You're
some.
right. You're
Right. And what happened to that nine?
Where's your bonding for your company? Your insurance?
That's
paid?
my business.
I need all.
I
of that
have
stuff.
my insurance.
I need
shit.
all of that.
I have my insurance paid.
Yep, he owes Al money too, but unlike Morgan, Al wants to sit down, at least at face value, and try and negotiate what they owe each other.
Why don't you talk and stop being crazy? Why don't you talk?
Why don't you just give me my $1,200? Yeah, why would you fuck me like this?
I'm not fucking.
Well, then where's my $1,200?
I told you, you were giving me for the buyer's guide. I am not paying.
Where's my buyer's guide? I was asking you
Sit
that.
down. I wanted to sit down. You need
No.
to give me the insurance papers. You need to give me your bonding material.
Well, you know what? I don't want a buyer's guide. That's my decision. I don't want it. I don't need it.
Then
What?
me and you have to sit down, and we'll discuss what I think you owe me and what I owe you. If you feel I owe you money, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, you.
But of course, Morgan, being in full Bagel Boss mode, is not interested in negotiation. The next confrontation is another sign of things to come, and it is here we see a general pattern start to emerge. In the previous footage of him being normal, you may have seen Morgan in a bar having fun. Well, this looks like the same bar where this confrontation takes place. Morgan and a friend arrive and immediately call out the rotund gentleman in the sports shirt.
Yeah, ragging on my height all day, you fat fuck. Yeah, you're big tough, ragging on a fucking midget, right? You fat piece of shit. Really? She's gonna make this shit up? You're a fuck. And you know what? All you girls go for the big bullies. You know what? Big tough guy ragging on me.
Are you kidding me?
Why would she make that shit up? Ask her.
What think I said? I don't know what you said.
She heard it loud and day.
What I say?
Now I'm getting serious. Anybody else want to rag on my height? She said you open your mouth and you open his fucking mouth.
Me?
Yeah. That's what she said. She said she heard you say it and you said something. Both of you. She fucking heard it when I went to the bathroom.
Chris, me baby, just get out.
Yep, Morgan caught wind, allegedly told by the African American lady he is with that this man was chatting shit about him, particularly about his height. All through this fight, the man denies any wrongdoing. In fact, his tone of voice suggests he was telling the truth. And the fact that this black lady was calling him racial epithets,
You can't call me anything, you fucking cracker.
it does nothing to tell me that she has an honest and good character. Regardless, she is Morgan's friend, allegedly. This episode tells us three things: that the inner rage, the temper, is not a one-off thing. Second, that he is insecure about his height. And third, that he will lash out at people even if it is just hearsay. I understand that such things sound hurtful, but there's no reason to get upset over it. I understand he has had years of bullying, but rumours are rumours. There were people who could confirm or deny that he could talk to without having a confrontation. It shows that he will flip out at any mention of his height. Keep that in mind. This particular argument is at his local library. I cannot discern exactly what it was about, but he again reaffirms a lot of what we already know. He's needlessly confrontational and refuses to see the other person's point of view or listen to them. Like, for example, refusing their request.
I mean, I think I told you this.
Put the phone down.
No, I'm allowed to videotape.
Then I'm gonna call the police.
Why? For
and
what?
Have them come.
I'm not allowed to videotape? This is my right. I want to make sure that no truth is twisted.
I don't want to be videotaped. So if you're videotaping me, you're violating my rights.
What rights am I violating?
The event after was an altercation between Morgan and what looks to appear to be a Latina mother. Apparently, because she put in line to use the bathroom, meant that he had to get confrontational and aggressive, though she herself is actually just as bad, and she could easily have walked away. In fact, both could have walked away from the situation with a simple fuck you, but instead it escalated and she ends up knocking the phone out of his hand. Ironic, considering she is also filming him. Morgan then calls for a manager.
Manager, please! I need a manager back here!
This event also showcases one other factor that has already kind of been hinted at in the others. He can talk the talk, but cannot walk the walk in most cases. He's perfectly fine with dishing out insult and tough talk, but as soon as someone else says anything to him, he can't handle it. You will see this in another clip immediately after this, but it's pretty clear that he's not as tough as he has made himself out to be in interviews. Now we get to the second most famous event that came out of all of this. Morgan had entered a 7-Eleven to buy some stuff. The cashier asks him a question.
The second time I've been asked this question in like 2 weeks. Once at 2 in the morning in Farmingdale at a gas station, and now here. I come in here to get a coffee and to get a donut. It's May 5th, 2019 at like fucking 5:30 in the morning. And this jackass right here asks me what is my height.
Yep, he simply asked his height, and that was enough for Morgan to fly off the handle.
Now, what do you got to say about that? I come in here I give you guys a lot of business, right? A lot of business. I just get, whoa, hold on a minute. I just bring this to the counter, right? To pay for my shit. You don't say hi, how you doing? The first thing out of your mouth is what's my height? Where are you from? What country are you from?
Okay, boss.
What country are you from?
Okay, I am sorry.
I don't believe you I don't believe you're motherfucking sorry. What country are you from? How do you like me asking you a question like that? You don't like it, do you? Answer the question. I'm 5 feet tall, 4'11". There you go. Now what? Now what do you get out of the answer?
You see what I mean? Behind the facade there's a snowflake. A sometimes likeable, not always in the wrong snowflake, but still a snowflake. I understand that being made fun of for something all your life is hard. I've had to deal with similar things myself, but who else hasn't? An innocuous question does not warrant aggression. Now, it is possible that the cashier did it to wind him up, potentially, because he and what looks like the manager were smirking and laughing, but that could have been because of nerves or because amused by this weirdo shouting at them, or they really were taking the piss. Now, in reverse of the first situation, Morgan himself calls the cop, and I cannot help but feel sorry for them.
When she treated me like shit. So I'm getting to that. So I'm already pissed about that as it is, okay? So when I worked the big account in Farmingdale about 2 weeks ago at 2 in the morning, I went to get a coffee. This guy goes, how tall are you? Now I come in here and this guy asks me, what is your height? This guy. I can't even come in here and get a fucking coffee without being harassed. Okay? I'm depressed enough as it is, and I was in Stony Brook at one point for depression for my height. I come in here 5 in the morning to get a fucking coffee, and this guy here, and then he's laughing. I have it on another video. This guy's smirking. He thinks it's funny. What do you gain out of asking me how to, okay, and he never answered my question. I told you how tall I am, right? Now, what are you gaining out of that?
I am 30.
You did say that, but I don't believe it. 2 minutes later, you're
what do you want?
I want to file harassment charges.
There's no such thing as
That's bullshit.
Okay, well then.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If I ask the girl how big her tits are, is that harassment?
No.
What, you're kidding
Sexual
me.
harassment. Sexual harassment is much different.
Well, let me tell you something. I am fucking fed up. Everywhere I go, I get a goddamn coffee and so then I asked them, and then I answer this question, because I have it on video, right? So I go, what country are you from? You wouldn't want me asking you that, right? Shut up, I'm talking. And then you didn't even answer my question. You couldn't answer my question. And you want to know why? Because shut up, I'm talking. You want to know why? Because you can't take a dose of your own medicine.
All right.
That's why.
We're good. All right, listen.
I'm fucking fed up.
They said sorry. I don't know what you want from me.
I don't believe this fucking sorry. I want to file some kind of a report or something. Anything.
So we can take
Anything.
a report. We can take a report.
I don't care. Anything. Anything. Because every time that something happens to me, there's never a remedy for me. Well, that's bullshit.
All right, well, guess what?
What?
People are allowed to joke. And you know what? I know
He's
it's
not joking, and I don't think it's fucking
listen,
funny.
It's not funny. I don't think it is. What I'm
Do you
saying.
hear what he said? The cop said he don't think what you said is funny.
Listen,
Do you hear that?
Can you stop and listen to me for a
Go
second?
ahead.
There's nothing that can be done, though. I'll write a report, and basically, it's all I'm going to say is somebody made a comment that you don't like. That's it.
Then go right ahead.
Okay?
Go right ahead.
Let's go outside then.
Okay, we're done here? We're done here? Good.
Yep, as this cop clearly states, this is America and anyone can say practically anything to anyone, including insults. And there's nothing he can do other than write in the report dealt with insults. Now we get to the part we've all been waiting for.
Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead? That's okay?
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up? Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss. Dude, you want to step outside? You want to step outside? Huh? I'm not scared of you, pal.
I know.
You shut up, too.
You shut the
No,
fuck up.
go ahead and attack me, big.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
Oh, and a guy 3 times my size.
That's
okay?
Get your food and leave.
What happened? What, I'm sorry?
Get your food and leave.
You know what? Fuck your fucking breath.
There's no need to
You think that's funny? That's funny? Why is that so funny? Now I'm going to take my breakfast. You think that's funny? All you women drink shit now. All you! Yeah, all you!
You need to go.
No, you women need to stop being so fucked up.
Now, first things first, he has a right to say what he wants to say about women, and truth be told, if he wants to date them, then he doesn't really hate all women. The word misogynist is overused and has now basically become a synonym for sexist, when it is not a synonym and denotes a particular hatred of a certain group. He talks in general terms, but he probably does not mean all women. Feminists calling him out do this on the regular. In fact, they spoke about men in general terms whilst attacking him. And he has a point about women having crazy expectations about the types of men they expect to get with, and their ability to get away with a lot of crap they sling men's way. However, this was one aggressive meltdown too many, and in my opinion, he bit off more than he can chew. He got very aggressive with the lads in that shot, particularly with the big man he squared up to and actually took, clearly goading him into a fight. And especially with the guy who he does goad into a fight, he was asking for a fight and got a fight and he lost. He's lucky he's not even been beat up, but was restrained instead. So let's expand further on the themes before we go. For men, it's much harder in the dating world, contrary to what feminists will have you believe. It is true that a lot of women have unrealistic expectations. They want their dream man to be over 6 foot, well built and handsome, but most men are not over 6 foot, nor are they well built and muscular. They're not like Morgan either, but these unrealistic expectations cause serious issues with people like Morgan. Small men, even average sized men, are disadvantaged in the sexual marketplace for very illogical reasons. Being tall does not not translate into strength. They are definitely unfairly treated, and then a lot of them have a hell of a lot of things to offer to potential partners. In fact, it has gotten so bad that men who are between the heights of 5'6" and 5'11" consider themselves to be on par with Morgan. No, you might be below average or even slightly above or at average height, but that does not make you short. None of you have it as bad as he does, because at the very least, men in that range will always be taller than most women in the world and their respective countries, unless they live in areas where people are unusually tall, like in the Netherlands. I think this treatment does blackpill a lot of men, and I reckon a lot of incels are of this type. I think that despite his meme status and whatever he says, he has points, but he brings a lot of it on himself. He's not evil, he's not exactly the best person, but he has something that people are gravitating towards. He's far from the worst person, even if he does engage in some pretty dumb and bad behaviour himself. There's no reason he can't find someone who can act as a calming agent on him. In fact, I won't be surprised if he does get laid after all this. Regardless, a meme has perhaps exposed some social issues in dating. It's a jungle out there, and it isn't fair.